Hey, warriors. So there is no scientific proof, okay? Well, let me just put it to you this way. There's no hard proof that plasma affects consciousness because science hasn't fully defined plasma or consciousness. Wonder why that is, right? Yeah, like they're gonna freaking give us tools to help us consciously. Anyway, we do know that plasma affects electromagnetic fields and that our brains run on those. So it is possible, okay, that during solar storms, some people may feel differently, right? Not because the plasma causes it, but because they are resonating with that change. All right? So you may have heard that we just had a geomagnetic storm. And there's talk about more solar activity coming. So let's break this down the best that I can. And let me just say right off the bat, I've done a few sun videos, but I am not a geophysicist or whatever they're called. Okay. First, and this part is real, the sun goes through cycles. Okay. And right now, we're in a more active phase. Okay. What that means is that solar flares and sometimes coronal mass ejections, which there's talk that, it's building up to very well could be one of those, and they are massive bursts of solar material, basically plasma, okay? Being released, into space, and even that interacts with Earth. Hope I said that right. Okay, so then, and when that interacts with Earth, it can affect the magnetic field, and that creates geomagnetic. That creates the geomagnetic storms. Sorry, like I said, I'm not a geophysicist. Anyways, now, what does that actually do? Okay, so like in stronger cases, it can affect satellites. It can sometimes disrupt communications, even impact like power systems, things like that. And on a more, I guess, subtle level, some people, most people in this space, they report feeling off during these times. It affects me quite a bit, actually. More tired, more wired, more restless. There's a multitude of symptoms, but the important part is this. That experience, it's not fully understood and it's not consistent. And like I said, there's a multitude of symptoms that people have, okay? So don't automatically assume something is happening, to you. I mean, and as far as I'm concerned, and I don't like giving my opinion a lot, nothing bad is going to happen to you from the sun. As far as I'm concerned, the sun is not here to hurt us, okay? It's here to save us, if anything. That's just my opinion. But you do need to pay attention to how you feel. But without jumping to conclusions, Like I said, yeah, there's no proof, but like they're going to give us that proof, right? We already know with science, we don't get any of that we know the problems with science. We know the problems with scientists lately coming up gone, or mysterious deaths, or that's another whole nother, just whatever. Anyway, right now there's a lot of people that are taking real solar activity, and a lot of them are turning it into something extreme, more than what it is. Okay? Without any proof. And like I said, and I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm not saying that at all. Trust me. I probably believe a lot of it, okay? But that's not who I am. Isn't going to get on here and tell you something for sure when I don't have the proof, or that I know you can't go research it and find the proof yourself. So I just can't do it. Okay? But talking about massive incoming events or like guaranteed effects on everyone, that's not, like I said, it's just not who I am, and I'm not going to do that. And if other people want to do that, that's great. Go ahead. You know? But I can give you like I said, let you know that there is no confirmed evidence, but I will give you my opinion on that, and that's because they're not going to give it to us, okay? And I know I'm rambling now, but this is the grounded, I guess, if you want to say it like that, takeaway. Yes, solar activity is increasing. You know, yes, geomagnetic storms can happen, and yes, there are real world, I guess, effects, right? You don't need to, I guess, assume something extreme is coming. You know what I'm saying? Just stay aware, stay grounded, and don't let speculation, I guess, pull you out of reality. Because I don't know, the sun has always went through cycles, and we're all still here because there is talk of that kind of crap. And like I said, in my opinion, the sun is not here to hurt us. So, matter of fact, I think it's doing great things for us. Why do you think the sky looks the way it does? Love you.